Hi there, welcome to Made by Granat. It's Anna here, and today I have a little project that I call 5 ways to use up your book pages. If you are a junk journaler like me, who make your junk journals out of repurposed books and use the covers, you end up with these piles of text blocks. If you don't toss them out, which I don't, I save them to use in this kind of projects. And I have 5 ideas that I want to share with you today that are my favorites right now, to ways to use your book pages without, except, just using them as a folio in your new text block. But I thought I would share. Maybe I can remind you of something that you have forgotten. So, 5 ways to use up your book pages. And we're just going to start. I have taken a little variety of stuff here. And I'm just going to start with the top one. And I'm going to get a whole folio out for this. No, I don't want any blank pages. I want text. I want to see if I have any. Yeah, that could work. That's the index. I love using indexes. They are so pretty. This book is from, I usually write the date on the back. I did not do that on this one. So I'm going to move that to the side. And this one is actually, you're going to use it as a folio, but it has a twist. So what I'm going to do is that I am just going to fold one of them. The back, for instance, I'm going to fold it like so. Then we are going to get our edge punch. Sorry, I forgot to bring that out. Just standing up, walking to my drawers and getting one of my edge punches. So I'm going to punch the edge of this. Oops. This is the way that I used to do quite a lot, but I've forgotten it. And I'm going to try and line this up. I am really bad at this, so keep your fingers crossed that I get it right. And I know you can do this by lining the paper up on this side. Maybe I can try it, just because you're here with me. Something like that, maybe. See, I missed. I instantly missed when I did this. So I do not... It did not turn out the way I want to. Can I save this, or am I just going to try and... No, I cannot. I'm going to take a new page and do it the way I usually do. This can still be used in collaging or in some other way, but this is what happens when I try something new on camera. We are going to get a new page. Let's just... I love this book because it hosts so many notations and marks and things in the margins, which I absolutely adore. So that's why I love using it. The book itself is nothing special. The paper is nothing special. Chaucer, his League and Meter. There we go. Take 2 of Anna versus the Edge Punch. Let's use another one. That might work better. Let's use this one. It's a bit more sturdy. And this is a Wesson Creative. Where do I start? me a little bit better. Just get rid of that. There we go. Okay, now we have our punched edge. So let's fold it like so. And this is going to be a pocket. So what I am going to do right now is that I am going to ink a little bit so it shows off a bit better. Just using whatever is left on my makeup brush, just kissing the edge a bit like that. And now you can see it's a bit better. It's a bit more defined. And this will be a pocket. So this will be glued down, and we're also going to try and do some sewing. I don't have my sewing machine here. It's upstairs, so I'm gonna have to run. But this will be a bit strained, so I am going to put a thin line of washi tape here. It doesn't matter what washi tape, I'm just going to grab whatever is on my desk. I'm going to run it over my glue stick first because I don't trust the glue of many of the washi tapes because they are designed to be repositionable, and I'm going to try and make it less repositionable. So I'm just going to, and I don't mind that it's not going all the way up. This is just a security thing. There we go. It's been reinforced a bit. Folding it again. Gluing down the sides. This is a way to make an extra pocket, make a folio a bit more pretty to look at. You can decorate this even more if you like. But I am going to pause you guys, and then I'm gonna run up and do a bit of sewing. I think. Yes, I am. I will be right back. I'm back. So this is what it will look like now that I have sewn. So you have the seams there, and I'm gonna just try to flatten them out a bit so that the paper volcanoes that end up being pushed through will lay down again. And then I will probably, I'm going to knot these and leave the bottom ones hanging because I love dangly threads. The long ones, the top ones I will not leave hanging. And I am going to pull it through and knot it. So doing this on camera is always fun. Seems I never seem to get it right when I do it on camera. Start with left over right and under, then right over left and under. And then I'm gonna snip these because the top ones, okay. So I hope you all are doing well. This is my first time in a while making one of the more instructional type videos. I won't say tutorial because to have a tutorial you have to be a teacher, I think. Someone who is good at teaching. In Swedish we call it pedagog. Can't remember the English word, but I know that my friend Carol from the Quail, she is excellent at this. You can tell that she's an old teacher. She's really good at explaining things and taking things nice and slow and explain, and I love learning from her. So she is really one of my favorites in the Junk Journal YouTube community. there's several more that's quite good at teaching and doing it in a conscious way. You're aware of that you are teaching. I'm not one of them. So already in the first page you can see there's some interest. And when you open, and then you have another folio inside, and then you have this pocket, I think it's really cute. Can also add something fun. I am going to, just because I just realized that I can. Let's add a stamp. Let's add this stamp down here. That will be fun, or up here. Let's add it anyway. I'm just going to use whatever is left on my Gathered Twigs Dauber, which was the one I used last. So I know the ink is kind of fresh. And adding it with a bit of art glitter glue. Yeah, so this is quite an easy way to elevate your pages, to make them a bit more interesting, and still just using book pages, making a folio, and ta-da! So this is number 1 in using up your book pages. I'm going to put it up here. And let's move on to number 2. Oh, I'm just thinking what I want for page. Maybe I can use this Icelandic one. Maybe a small one. No, I'm gonna use this because I love the color of it. It's not rag paper, but I can feel that it's got some % of rag in it. It's a bit thick and the edges are rough. I can feel the text being pressured into the page. As I said, it's not pure rag paper. It has some rag in it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna fold this like this. Then I'm going to take my guillotine cutter and even out the edges, or maybe I want to glue it first, because I'm going to glue this together. I'm going to glue it shut using my glue stick. Plenty of glue. I would like to get one of those purple glues I see some US crafters have. I haven't seen it here in Sweden, but now you can really see where you put your glue and not, and that will be nice. So, and it's going to be like this, I think, or like this. I'm going to even out the edges anyway. So I'm going to take off the torn edge, and I'm going to take off a piece of the edge on this side, and I'm going to take a little bit off the bottom, I think, so it doesn't get so big. Sorry for the noise. Okay, so we have a folded book page like this. What do I want to do with this? I want to make a pocket. No surprise there, pockets are useful, and it's very easy to make pockets out of your book pages. So I'm going to start by making a notch. I'm going to eyeball the center and make a little notch like that. Then I'm going to decorate it, because this will just be glued down 3 sides, and I absolutely love this kind of pocket. So I am going to, I have a pile prepared here. This is patterned paper, offcuts of different things that I have made in the past. I kind of like that dark one. I have a yellow one as well. that I could use. I like that too. We're going towards spring here, so springtime colors would be nice. No. Maybe. I'm not going to put too much time on this. I have to, so that will be good. So I'm going to decorate this with a piece of paper, as you can see, a patterned paper. I'm also going to get a bird. So I'm going to get my bird fuzzy cuts out. And that's why I wanted to wait till I found the right paper for the right bird. So what bird am I going to use? It can't be too big. For instance, this is too big, too tall. Oh, we have a nice yellow one here. That is a really spring-like pocket, isn't it? Kind of like that. I also have something red that could be used. And that kind of goes, yeah, let's do that. So I went for the yellow. Yellow is, by the way, if you don't know, one of my absolutely favorite colors ever. I don't know why, I just love yellow. It hasn't been like that ever. It's been the last few years. Sorry for the glare here. I know that it's glaring a bit, but I'm gonna try and be quick. I just want to cut out the last few pieces of white from this bird. And it's great to use a piece of glass to cut on, because your knife glides more smoothly. Great. So I'm gonna put this out of the way so it doesn't bother you anymore. And I'm gonna do some inking. I'm gonna ink the bird using what's left on the makeup brush. Using the edges, getting in the little hole we made there, so it doesn't look so bright white. And I'm going to tear this. So I want it, as you can probably tell by now, I want it to be in this corner. So I'm going to measure and mark. Or maybe I will just glue it down. No, I'm going to do this. So I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to mark where I'm going to cut. There we go. Easy peasy. Getting a scissors. This will go back into the scrap pile. This one I will toss out. There we go. I'm going to ink this a bit as well, because it's really white where I tore this before. And make sure the text is aligned the right way up. And I'm gonna do this, glue that down first, using my trusty glue stick. So I'm interested in knowing, do you have any favorite ways to use up book pages besides the obvious putting them back into signatures or using for collaging? I am interested in knowing and getting more ideas for how to use them. I have an idea journal and it's getting really full, so I am thinking that I might want to make a new one. And I'm gonna put the bird kind of there, so it's in the center like that. And now I realized I wanted to do something else before that. I want to add a label as well. So we're gonna have to be quick here so that I can see that I still can lift this a bit in case I want it to be underneath. Sometimes I do. And I want a red one, I think. Or I can go with any of these colors. These are printable labels. I believe they are from Tracy Fox Creative. I think they are. Or I have mixed them up with someone else's, but I think they are the green. No, it's too big. It's too big. Let's do the first one I thought of. My eyes was drawn to it, so it better be right. So I'm just gluing it down, and I want it a bit underneath there. There we go. And there you have it, a pocket made out of book page, just folded double, and it's nice and thick now. So this will be a good pocket. And if you want to, when you glue it down, I would just glue this down on 3 sides. But if you want it a bit more, you know, so you can put more into it, you could put some gussets before you glue it down. But that's number 2 of my 5 ways to use up book pages. Okay, let's try and see our desk, shall we? I'm trying to see where I can put my stuff. So that was number 2. Let's make number 3. And I think I'm going to use this one now. So here we have another book page. And we are going to do it the same way we did that one. We're going to start by folding it. Excuse me, and gluing it. I'm just gonna see this. Yeah, that's good. So once again, gluing it shut. And yes, it will look quite the same to that, but not entirely. No, we are not gluing it shut. Sorry. Oh, I'm trying to do 2 things at the same time, but we still put on glue like this because I am going to back this with something, with lined paper. Okay. Didn't I put out lined paper? Yes, I did. I'm just going to grab from this notebook. This paper is not good for using in folios because it's a bit mushy. It's like 30 years old, and I know this because I got this when I was in my 20s. Oh dear. So it's one of my own old notebooks, and but I thought, why not use it to cover pages with, because I don't want to toss out paper. And I'm just going to plop this down like so, making sure it sticks. There we go. So now we have a book page that is covered with writable paper, and I can see that I was not quick enough to put the paper down, so I'm gonna add some more glitter glue to make it stick a bit better. Okay. And why did I want this to be a writable back if I'm going to make a pocket? Because I said I was going to make a pocket, right? Well, the thing is, we're still going to fold it. The thing is that we are making something fun. A pocket, the same format as that, will have a notch. So I'm gonna eyeball a notch. That was not very big. Let's make a little bigger one. There we go. And I'm also going to fix that edge, I think. I like rough edges, but this is not, this won't be as rough. This pocket. So what I do now is that I glue it down 3 sides, and it's double as a journaling space. So you can tuck something in behind like so, but you can also open it up and journal all the way in here. That is a really fun pocket, if you ask me. So, decoration. What should I do? Should I add something fun? Maybe? Do I have something fun? I'm trying to see in my stash. Could I use one of my printed cabinet cards, maybe? Maybe. Oh, she's quite white, bluish white. It's a better color, but too big. Same bluish color. Something wrong with my printer. In the end, when I used it, that could work. He could work as well. These are not from me. These are from Nick the Booksmith, and these are from my own scanned copies. I'm gonna decide which one to use shortly, and maybe I can use paper I liked behind it, or a piece of this. I am quite partial to making that kind of oh, there's text on here. Let's do a chair like that then, shall we? Am I going to fussy tear it? Yes, I am. Somewhat like that. And then, is it the right way up? Yeah, I think. So, I think I'm going to use him. Even though I really like him. But since the paper is that way, I think he's looking the wrong way. I'm gonna cut a bit around him because I can see some edging, and I am going to see if I can move him up a bit as well. That's a bit too perfect. Let's do some tears and maybe a little fold like that. Crunch it up a little bit. So it looked a bit smashed. And we're gonna do, I'm quite bummed that isn't a bigger piece. I'm just looking through my papers again, seeing if I have something bigger. Do this. tear a bit of that and have him. The flowers. I don't like flowers with my guys. Can do this one. Yes, let's do that one instead. Once again, I'm going to tear it a bit, and I'm going to maybe I am being very, very picky right now, but these are not going into my sample journal. These are going into genuine journals, so I want to the journals that will probably be sold. So I really want to make sure it's nice and well made. That's better. And then I can add him something like that, and maybe a label up there. Yeah. Let's glue this one down first. There we go. And let's see if I can find a label or something that I can use behind him. It's really dark. No, I'm not satisfied with this. No, I do not like it. Something is off. I'm just trying to, these are my own labels, most of them that I made. I really like that, but what can I use instead of him? More birds? No. Butterfly or something. These are also Tracy Fox. The labels. I think I'm going to go with that. You can go somewhere else. Yeah, that will be good. So let's ink this one instead. Then I would like something round down there. something round-ish. Yes. When it's right, it's right. You see it. Should I use a glue stick for this? Maybe I should. It's quite big. So this is way 3 of using up book pages. This will be a long video, by the way. You could pause it, start it some other time if you think it's going too long. Personally, I like this kind of videos. You got lots of inspiration. You can put it on in the background, and then you look up if there's something that you are interested in. So this is number 3, a pocket, but with journaling space. Love that. Okay, way number 4. Let me see if I can see my inspiration somewhere. That one. Oh, right. See, my samples journal. It is time for a new one. Okay. We are going to make, let's use this one now, the big book page. And I know this is a bit more modern, it's a bit shinier, but I don't mind. That's actually what I want this time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half. Ish. Tear it in half. Then we will fold it in the center. And we will once again add some paper inside for extra and hidden journaling space. Will this be enough? Yes, I think it will. Let's take 2 pages. And get rid of the torn side here. There we go. That is perfect. And then I just want to cover up the text, so I'm going to tear that off later. And now I want to glue it down. Quite predictable, right? What? She wants to glue it down? Lots of gluing today. Time to buy new glue sticks, I think. Or clean out my drawer where I keep the glue sticks, because I think there might be 1 or 2 that's been pushed all the way to the back, so that I can't find them. In fact, I should clean all my desk. I have a set of drawers there, and I should clean them all, to be honest. Maybe that's what I will do this evening. When it's dark, instead of watching funny YouTube or interesting YouTube videos or craft with me's and things like that. Okay, so now we have added extra journaling space inside this. We're gonna fold it Good. And now we are going to make this tag shaped. So I am going to use my little template that I made out of a gift card. And I'm going to decide what tag shape I want. I love, if you're new here, maybe you not know, but I love having this on my desk to catch all the little, you know, pieces of scrap so it doesn't get on the floor. I'm just gonna even this out a little bit because otherwise it will be all crooked. I'm gonna do the same with this. There we go. So I'm gonna line this up again and cut. Pretty tags. Go. So what we have now is 2 tags with hidden journaling space, and we are going to decorate them. I had to think for a bit, so I think he will go on one of them at least. And no, that's too big. I have to take something else. But the labels, you know, I love my labels. I love using them. Maybe I can do something like that. Or a date. Yes, that's good. These I stamp on text. I use my label sized stamps, and then I just make my own labels. And then on the back of these tags, you can either decorate them again, or you can make them journal-able on the back as well. Just add something, some paper there as well. So that would probably be this one. And what do you want on this then? Should I have another kind of card maybe? One of these. For a little lady. Yeah, let's use her. She is so cute. I am actually on the market looking for a new printer, and I was thinking an EcoTank. I think it's HP that makes them. But my husband said, why don't you get a laser printer? And I just thought that I don't think I have seen any junk journal creators using laser printers. And I'm thinking, why? Is it because they're so expensive, or are they not appropriate for printing the kind of things we want? I'm curious because I want to get a good printer that will last for a while, because the last one just lasted for 4 or 5 years, and then I had to scrap it. So I'm really curious. No, I think I want. These are Tim Holtz snippets. Do I have one that's in the right color range? No, maybe. I think I want to use the Curator stuff. Here, this is 2 packages. I have used up most of one. Then I have this second one as well. That's good. So I just added it in. I also have the ones I have stamped myself with the Curator stamps. So I have used both hand stamped and the pre-made. Okay, ink and glue. We are over 40 minutes. Let's glue. When it comes to tag toppers, I'm just thinking, if I want to use this and still be able to write inside, I don't want to use a tag topper that goes all the way through, because then you can't open it. So I think I'm gonna use some fake, or yeah, or maybe I will just add a topper on the one side. But I think I'm going to show you one idea at least. Nice, I like those. The thing about making the tags is that you need quite a tall book, or you make short tags. So I think, for instance, what you can do, I have a tab here. What you can do is that you add it like this on just one side, or you cut it in half and you add it both sides, but you cut it in the center. So it looks like you have it on both sides, but here you cut it open. Let's do that. Just a bit of ink. And I see this one is torn a bit, but I don't mind. I don't mind. And it's also white in the center, which is not very good when you're going to add it. No. And you're gonna have it peeking through. I should have used something underneath here instead of just going on my mat, but you can't be smart all the times, right? And I'm just going to glue down here. Not all the way through. Like so. And don't cut it yet. I'm going to cut it when it's in place, because I want it to be aligned. There we go. Now I have 2 choices. I can snip off the top, or I can try and open up and cut like this, which is quite hard. So I think I'm just going to cut the top like that. Okay, there we have it. And I'm going to gently just round those corners a little bit to make it look a bit better. There's one label, no lot label, tag, and you can, as I said, add something beautiful, or you can add paper to journal on, or whatever you like. So that was number 4 of the 5 ways to use your book pages. Let's make the last one, shall we? Let's use this one. This is also, well, I already told you, this is like a rag paper-ish. Or should we use, no, let's use the Icelandic fawn, ancient Nordic one. Oh, I love this paper. It is so pretty. It is so pretty. (1860) is from. And I am going to start by making some finishing touches to the edges. I don't want them to be ragged, and I don't want the white to be so prominent. I want to take some of it off. Okay. Now I am going to make a, what's it called? Book page pocket, book page pocket. And I think that I'm going to start by folding a little bit on the top here, because I know this will be a bit strained, putting things in and out of the pocket, so I want to reinforce it a little bit. Like so. Oops. And now I want to decorate it as well. So folding up like that, I'm gonna start by rounding the corners, because I think that's pretty. And let's decorate it. I want to use lace. I have this eyelet lace and I think it's so pretty. So I want to use it here. And I am going to start by cutting a piece that's wide enough. And then I want to see what's front and what is back. This is the front. It will go like this, and I want to fold this down a bit so that it stays down. I will sew this, by the way. So I'm going to use a really sticky glue stick to just dot on here so it stays down while I get to the sewing machine. And yes, I could press this instead. I could do all kinds of stuff, but this is how I'm gonna make it. Then I am going to glue it down here and here. Once again, using the glue stick, just dotting it on, because it just has to hold until I get to that sewing machine. And what I'm going to do now is that I am going to pause you guys and go to the sewing machine, and then I'm going to tell you what I did at the machine. I think. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, I am back with my pocket. What I did is that I first of all changed the threads in my machine to white instead of black, because I did not want it. This paper would have gained a lot of being doubled. I should have glued 2 pages together, because this could break. But I'm going to glue this entire thing down on a page, so I don't think it will happen. So first I sewed here 1 straight stitch. Then I folded it, because this was not attached yet. I then folded it to its place and I just sewed around it like that. So this is still open, and I really like this. But I think it's lacking something. I want to add a stamp. I have these dates from the past, 1, and I have 2 as well, but I think I want to use something of this to make it prettier. Could do a date, maybe. Yes. And Portobello. I don't want too dark color here. No, not black and not fall leaves. Portobello is quite good. And I'm just gonna plop it up in the corner. That gives you something interesting right away. Cute. So that is idea number 5. So I'm just going to put this back where it belongs and move these to the side. And then we can go through what we did. Tiny bit of cleaning up before, oops, showing you. So idea number 1 is this: a folio that's been sewn, folded over and punched the edge and added a stamp. So this is idea number 1. Number 2 was this book page pocket. I just glued it to, doubled it and glued it down, added some decoration, made a notch. That is idea number 2. Idea number 3 is a version of this where you add, instead of gluing it together, you add journaling space inside. Really pretty. Idea number 4 were these tags that I did hidden journaling in. Journaling space. Can add even more journaling space on the back or decoration. And idea number 5 is the book page pocket. Basic, easy, we all know how to do it. I just decided to decorate with some eyelet lace on the front. And you could tuck something up here if you liked as well. And did a bit of stamping as well. So this is my 5 ideas of what to make of your book pages. I hope you liked this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below what is your favorite ways to use up book pages. Let me know. I'm really interested in learning. And if you have a video, please link it so that I can watch it or tell me where it is. Okay, thank you all so much for being here. I really liked crafting along with you guys today. And yeah, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all the good things if you want. I will be back soon with another video. Bye for now.